It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. What do you sound like me?
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind. Oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner. Oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Now you wanna done here, all these bad politicians.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you're watching from. And this is Maiyegun live on the Sunday sermon. Today, thanks for joining me. Share the
Facebook, YouTube, Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary.
Now don't they pay attention now, Abi? Yes. The time we told you that PDP already schemed and prepared to give their ticket to Atiku. And then the Wike that decided to at least fight for it by first fighting his own brothers. Now, they possibly have learned now that when it comes to the North, just fear North. So when it comes to their own affairs and when it comes to power, they speak one language. Yeah, that is the lesson we're going to pick out of this whole exercise because we said it has happened. The other one that we are waiting for is that of APC. But let's analyze this one that just happened. Share the broadcast.
Lórí Facebook, And yes, we like you. Glory you too. And yes, we like you. Oh, Baba Bewure. And yes, we like you. DJ Ibadi, and yes, we like you.
PDP! You are not doing it as if you want to take over power. PDP! Power! 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 Your Excellencies, our dear leaders, very important delegates today, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I have come to your states to speak to you. Today is for me to thank you. It's for me to thank you for the energy. Since morning, you have been here because of this party. Thank you, special delegates. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I will speak to you on two issues. One is the party. Let me vow today, anybody who emerges here, I will support the person to the fullest. Anybody who emerges here today, I will support the person to the fullest. Because I'm a committed party person, because I love this party, because since 1998, I've been in this party. I work for this party. I will not go anywhere. This is my party. Secondly, if I emerge today, every state that has a problem, it is my duty to make sure the party is united. We'll unite everybody to make sure we win this election 2023. You know, I didn't come here today to tell you about theory. What is the problem with Nigeria? Leadership. Leadership is the major problem with Nigeria. Therefore, PDP, you must not make mistake. You must have a courageous leader, a fearless leader, somebody who can withstand APC. And it is me. It is me. Please, please, my dear delegates, send me for this assignment. Let me go and win APC. I will win APC for the power to come back to PDP on behalf of Nigerians. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And God bless you.
Candidates. Yeah. So you are expected to give your manifesto, read them out and all of that. So that is Wike's manifesto. The manifesto is that you need somebody who can win and the rest of that. And because of that, while Wike was plundering, was a plundering morning and then as a Father Christmas here and there, the real owners of Nigeria who understands that, listen, the survival of the North depends on where the power shifts to. For now, if APC, Egbekegbe have decided to shift their own presidential candidate to the South, we are not going to gamble that. And for some of you who probably don't understand this complicated stuff, right, is this. In northern Nigeria, parties, they see power And whatever can take them to that power, including military coup, they will flow with, I mean, they will float with it. And that is why, if you remember, when 2015 came, it wasn't only the voters, as they claim, in northern Nigeria that kicked Jonathan out. No, it wasn't just the elite there. No. His own party chairman, Mwazu, which later came out to be that he was also working for the emergence of Bokwari because of what? They are from the north. That one monolithic north that they always say that we have told you doesn't exist when it comes to progress, development, security, and all of that. But when it comes to power, they understand one thing. You in the south are currently, contemplating. A northerner is serving 8 years. So definitely another northerner is being prepared right now. And APC just took the backstage to watch how this is going to go. And the first thing PDP did was to say they are not zoning anymore, even though it was zoning or no zoning that took them out of power initially, right? So they've set the stage. So when it comes to that power, it doesn't matter whether PDP, APC, whatever it is. And what just played out in PDP, as you watched last night, is exactly what will play out in your fraudulent charade election that they are putting together for you. However, Wike walked in there with so much confidence. 435 billion naira of Rivers State money is unaccounted for. The Accountant General of Rivers State, who is now the PDP governorship candidate in Rivers State, was declared wanted because of this money. It was this same Wike who walked in. And then, if you remember this picture, just like, taking the memory lane, by the way. So this picture was taken, in 2019 when they were choosing the presidential candidates of PDP. So the romance between Wike and Tambuwal has come a long way. In fact, when Tambuwal and co, right, when they betrayed their own PDP in 2011, when PDP zoned speakership to the West, and a woman was nominated to fill that seat. It was Tambuwal, Tinumbu, and the rest of them who worked together to make Tambuwal the speaker at the time. So in 2015, when Tambuwal also was running against what do you call him? Atiku, so to say, this is your guy. Voting for Tambuwal is man, and proudly displaying the voters the ballot paper at the PDP Congress like this. So yesterday, the same confidence was what Wike was expecting. That listen, there is no point in the South speaking with one voice. I have friends in the North. Wike went to Rivers State, trashed Peter Obi about Marthedim. It went all around the entire South, right, bullying them and all of that. From the record, because of this inordinated dream, right, he kicked out Secondus because he felt like for a Southerner to be president in PDP, then a Northerner or somebody from the North or Middle Belt should be the party chairman. He haunted Secondus until Secondus kissed dust. So he walked in last night, expecting that his friend Tambuwal is managed to get all the delegates he could get, right? So then Tambuwal was going to probably step down for him. That was the icing. But as he was confidently walking in, the PDP Northern Caucus, they met and they decided that, you know what, give it to Turaki. And to prove that, just a moment before the announcement, this picture was taken. And this actually explained to you that whatever you witnessed yesterday, it wasn't just done by the North. It was also in the collaboration of those who are supposed to be from the South, who initially should ordinarily agree that for balance and equity and fairness, the South should produce. In fact, the Southeast should produce the next president of Nigeria. As what PDP claimed to be. But you know what? It is all charade. It's all lies. So Tambuwal decided to brief them and say, you know what? We are just going to have to step down for Atiku. And that's the deal. And I'm going to go and make the announcement now. And he did.
PDP, power to the people. The national chairman of our party, the convention planning committee chairman, respected leaders of our party, ladies and gentlemen. I, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, having consulted widely throughout the length and breadth of this country, from the southeast to the south-south, to the southwest, to the north-central, northeast, and indeed northwest, consulted so many leaders and my supporters. Have come to the firm belief and conviction that as leaders, time may come in our sojourn to make sacrifice for the good of the people. And in view of the situation of our country and the need for us in our party to minimize rancor and jostling for power, in any case, it is not always about one individual. It must always be about our country. I have come to the conclusion that, to the glory of God Almighty, we've seen, and from the result of what I've seen throughout the country, millions of Nigerians suffering, and the need for us to close ranks in the party. And as one of the leaders of this party, I have come to a patriotic conclusion to step down my aspiration and not only that, but I appeal to my supporters to take this in good stride and in the hands of national unity, patriotism, and not only that, those who are delegates here should vote for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, PDP.
That's it. I want all my supporters here. That was it. And that's what changed everything last night. Some people said that Wike tried. Of course, now, there must be somebody that's going to try and make it look legit. But last, the reality of a one Nigeria is going to be down on you. It's going to be down on you, on every one of us. Just the same way. It was, because according to their result, by the way, yeah, he tried. He came second. If his friend, who he relied on to help him make this a reality, if he probably fulfilled his side, it could be another story that we'll be talking about. But that is indeed as well, even another story that I'm going to talk about. Wike scored 237. Atiku scored 371. So what does that tell you? Where the number comes from? It comes from those who knows that it is not about one Nigeria. It is about the interest of the North, who have repeatedly come out to say they have regretted Bukwari coming on board, and they considered Bukwari's time as the northern, using the northern slot in today's Nigeria as a waste. Since Boko Haram slot is a waste, of course, they need somebody to fill it in. And here is the shocker. In Eastern Nigeria, for example, PDP believes that they will always vote for them. But things are no longer going to be same anymore. The person who kicked out your Peter Obi is the same Southerner. You see, in the North, if now that APC have realized that this is Atiku, they said, oh, is their regular customer. From the other sources right now, APC is now re-strategizing. You know what? Fuck it. Let's give them another candidate. Another very, very qualified mugu to do the job. And that is where your rubber stamp Lawan comes in. So as it be now, since there are already willing accomplices from Southern Nigeria to give them a fraction of legitimacy here and there, to hell with the one Nigeria, Southern this, Southern that. And that is something that, you know what I mean? We now put to question or put to test so many of you who are the obedient, or should they say obedient? Because many of you are living in your own created bubble. Yeah, let's use bubble. Created bubble that you can mobilize, and then you can generate the vote to bring in the change and all those things you've told yourselves, right? Here is the deal. When it comes to power, especially with the people of the Northern Nigeria, including the ones who are telling you right now, they are obedient. They want a better Nigeria. Boko Haram has destroyed Nigeria, this and that. Give me a sec. Yeah. So that Boko Haram has destroyed Nigeria and Peter Obi is the candidate. Number one, the moment that Peter Obi left PDP, automatically, even those who were pretending from Northern Nigeria to be willing and ready to work and bring a different change, like some of you from the Southern Nigeria, where this is the deal. It is not going to happen. Now, some said that, the situation is becoming more and more complicated because if PDP still feels like Eastern Nigeria is theirs for the take, now that Peter Obi is in the game, now how are you going to turn that around? Well, let me talk to you, the obedient. The situation you have at hand right now is this. In Northern Nigeria, like I said, they don't see parties. So when everything comes down to, for example, if APC, Egbekegbe, if they decide to dump Goodluck Egbere Jolantan and just go for the kill, and they pick on Lawan, which they have reserved for you if you don't know. Now, if they picked on Lawan, it simply means Atiku is their regular customer. The power remains in the North. And you can't blame them all for that because, I mean, do you have choice? Then you as the, and if that should happen, right, Atiku himself knows that except there is no viable person from the North to challenge him, right? If APC give their ticket to Tifnubu, for example, right, it simply means that an easy ride, even those who are APC members in Northern Nigeria, just same way Tambuwal walked out yesterday, that is exact same way they are going to walk out there and do everything they can do, right? So somebody was now telling me that by the time you finish your registration, million, and you are saying, if they allow you to have an election, you know what will happen? As you are kind of rejoicing here and there that, oh yeah, you're waiting for your result, then what will happen? You start receiving the similar, you start receiving this KKK, the three Kadeshian votes, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, and you start hearing all these millions and millions. And guess who they are going to go for? They're going to go for their person, whoever he is, it doesn't matter the party. Now, at that point, all of you, maybe before then, all of you who are like regular what you call regular Niger, youth, as you are bubbling up right now, the reality there will now show that northern Nigeria will be a no-go area, and the schemers, they know about that. So many of you, just even before the election, if it ever happens, right? Just before the election itself, the reality will set in that, you know what? This whole thing is programmed to be this way, and exactly what it will be. Now, you should all be getting ready to have President Atiku Abubakar. And in the absence of that, yeah, maybe then you should be looking forward to President Ahmed Lawan. So the other parties, APC doesn't conduct election. You know that. They don't care about election. It's just a formality. And Atiku as a regular, the only thing you get to know now is this, right? Peter Obi won't fly. And it is not because he is not a good candidate as some of you are projecting him. It is because the system knows where they are going. And as you would have it, all of you who rejected Fulani, Northern this and that for 8 years, I'm also saying it to you now. Get ready for another 8 years of that. And one thing you can do to stop all of that is really obvious. And what is that? You can actually stop all of this. Because as we see it right now, everyone is playing according to the playbook of these rogues in northern Nigeria. When it comes to power, they speak one language, and that language is that Hausa. And around that time, even person will be Hausa with the fight Fulani over these insecurity issues as we speak, right? It will automatically, kind of, they have been configured that way. Power is more important to them, but for us in the southern Nigeria, na ego, and then big men. We that ego, big men, which Wike led this time around, kicked out Peter Obi from PDP, a supposed potential thing that they told them back then that if you want to take power, you need the people to go through their PDP. And somehow PDP presenting themselves as your own savior when it comes to rescue you from APC. Now, the old bro now is now that, you are going to remain in the hands of the deciders from the north. We said something earlier. We said something many times ago. We said Nigeria is faultily structured. It doesn't have any viable one. It is just a dog-eat-dog system, the survival of the fittest. And where, according to Aisha, where wild animals feed on the weak ones, where elite cares less about what really bothers or what really concerns the people they claim to want to lead. It's pretty much about themselves. And you see from that southern Nigeria, I've been saying it as well, you have no leaders. You have, hang on. Right. Sorry about that. So in northern Nigeria, like I said, they recognize power, and when the dog whistle is blown, right, even the members of your own group, people who have been sitting with you, who have been doing comrade with you, they will file in line. But you don't have that in southern Nigeria. Southern Nigerian politicians are unable to even take a stand when it comes to this issue of insecurity. How? Their people have been brutalized, have been killed, kidnapped, ransom paid, farms destroyed, villages destroyed, people lives taken. Something happened in Enugu. I think it was yesterday or today. Yeah, well, yesterday. The video is everywhere. People. So they know about all this insecurity, but guess what? They couldn't take a stand. Even when they came out to say, you know what, we want to start our own security outfit, they couldn't push that through because the North said, including members of the same political parties who are like in the South and in the North, the moment that line of sovereignty was about to be established, security, economy, they came together in the North and they said it was targeted at them. And as Nigeria has become so divided now, the only unity that you find in northern Nigeria is the unity against the south. The only power the north have against, in Nigeria today is the division in the south. Who are the orchestrators of these divisions, right? They are your politicians. They are your politicians. It is just one language. One language that we need this power. And they have already told you, right? The imbalanced Nigeria, these guys have told us, they said they can continue to elect president for life. They don't care if Nigeria is burning, if the poverty is escalating. It doesn't really matter. Nobody can tell them to allow other people to do this or that when they have the power, the capacity to remain in power forever. Now, those are the signals they've told you. But all of now, where they speak grammar, all of now, where they do permutation, the reality of that will also set in soon. What you have right now is a one-party, one Nigeria system controlled by the North, against the interest of the entire Nigeria. It is the same northern Nigeria where you have the Sharia, religiously guided and protected by this northern elite, right? In the same secular country called Nigeria. So you cannot, the southern Nigeria have become so weak. And the weakness in the southern Nigeria, so to say, when I say south, sometimes some people don't like that. Well, the southern Nigeria, is this, every part of the Yoruba land, the Igbo land, the Ijo land, and every other land that is the down south of Nigeria today, where people are considered to be, traditionally, culturally, and so many ways different from the people of the north, religiously too. This division, right, is so visible, but to the people in the north and this, power mongers and the rest of them, the only thing that matters to them is power. Atiku is promising heaven and earth today. He's promising to come and unify the people. But guess what? When it comes to the Sharia killings, when it comes to the religious attacks and all this fanatism and the rest of that, he is always very careful. You know why? Because he would never want to rile the base that he is always counting on to give him power one day. Now, his desperation can be considered or compared to that of Bukwari. Now, last, now Dumo. Let me hear from Atiku a little bit just before we round it up on the obedient fools. They will soon find out anyway.
One, to ensure and restore unity and give a sense of belonging to all Nigerians, irrespective of their places of origin and irrespective of the faith they practice. I also committed that I was going to deal decisively with our security challenges in this country. I also pledged to confront our economic challenges, which were all caused by the APC government. The PDP made Nigeria one of the most prosperous, or if not the prosperous country on the African continent. We implemented economic reforms that brought about jobs, that brought about prosperity in this country. The APC came and wiped out all those gains. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I said today is a very, very historic day, because it is going to give us an opportunity for us to reverse all the misgovernance of the APC government. Let me also use this opportunity to call on my fellow contestants and to assure them that I'm ready to cooperate and work with them and give them a sense of belonging in this party and our next government. Therefore, my fellow compatriots, I want to appreciate their efforts in deepening our democratic processes in this party. It was a well-fought primary election. So I commend you for that, and I look forward to working with you very closely so that together we can build this party to a level where we can take over the government. As I said earlier on in my remarks, I want to appeal to all aggrieved members of our party that they should please return to our party, and we are willing, we are ready, the leadership of the party, our governors, and myself, to make sure that their grievances are resolved within the party. Let me also appeal to aggrieved party members.
Sure. The reason why Nigeria is tearing apart right now is because of the what they call the inequality, lack of equity in the system. The system in Nigeria was supposed to be federal in nature. And because of the so much difference that we have, those who crafted their bogus 1999 constitution, even as useless as that constitution is, right? Constitution is, they never forgot to add what they called federal character, because they know that they knew that at the moment that any part of Nigeria is disconnected from the day-to-day running of that either government, the economy, or whatever. Every time that, anytime that any section of that country is a little bit, removed from it, that is a call for, friction, a call for problems. And they said, all this, if you follow this, you can keep Nigeria together for as long as you want. So Boko Haram came and it dismantled all of that. Many people now realize that Nigeria is not one. Now, PDP had a chance, but because they are also an architect to what you are witnessing today, no difference between any of them. So they violated that. And in the process, they are now asking for, let us come together in unity, unity, unity. You don't preach unity. Unity is an act that you do. It's not just a word. Do you understand that now? So that's that. And that's what they are now, all the atrocities of this Boko Haram government and the rest. Atiku was never interested. All he wanted is to be president. Same thing with Tifnumbu. That's why the Peter Obi's supporters are saying that, you know what? Peter Obi may not become president, but their job and work is going to make it's never going to make Atiku the president. Then the Atiku supporters are saying, you guys are just overrating yourselves. You are kind of over, valuing yourselves. So the whole point now is that the showdown is Peter Obi and his own newfound Labour Party movement and all of them. They are now like they call themselves the third force to stop Atiku and to stop APC. But here is the drama. You see, the moment they give, now they've given you Atiku 70. How old is Atiku now? 75 or waiting? Now 75, I've been now 73. So I don't know. I think they said that by the time Atiku is done, is with his own 8 years, because he will get it. That is it. If you lose it like Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, if you become your president, or if you lose it like Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, that's your fault. Boko Haram understands that. And that's why they will rig. You can complain, you can die, you can do anything. Call international community, call America, call everybody. They will do nothing. That is Nigeria. It's a lawless place. So it won't be the first time they are going to call them lawless. So you can scream, they don't care. So if your Atiku should eventually become that, it will spend 8 years. Add that to his age. Atiku will be over 80 years. How old will you be? How old are you now? Had 8 years to that. Then see what Boko Haram did. And they are telling you, Atiku is this, Atiku is that. They stole you blind. destroyed your education, destroyed your economy, destroyed all your ministry, institutions that could probe them, institutions that could checkmate them. They destroyed all of them, and they are so protected, so rich that people are now wondering, oh, this Atiku could get money. Oh. Since 2007, he's been spending and even Wike, we just came in. Atiku overspend Wike. They said, no. Atiku did not overspend Wike. Atiku has grown followers who are veterans, who have been meeting him everywhere, and they have been collecting money from him on every election cycle. So he doesn't need to pay them so much like Wike before they will follow him. Do you understand that now? So he just beat him like the old dog, beating the new dog or young dog. So to say, it is all dog eat dog case. Where you get money, where you get the money? Retired custom officer is a businessman. Where you get the money? Your looted fund. If you know what they have stolen from you individually, you will never wake up any day and say you are a proud Nigerian. Never. Ever. But yeah, they will continue to spend it. And this time around, it is just to be president. Like Tifnumbu, they will spend whatever it will take. So the turn now is going to be on one. When APC, if APC really feels like, we are done, which I don't think so, right? Atiku may be Fulani, Atiku may be from the north. This APC, considered Atiku as a Cameroonian. I didn't say that, they called him a Cameroonian. And the campaign was that Atiku is not a Nigerian. Even though a Nigerian, Bokwari is your president now. And today, Niger Republic is your 37th state of Nigeria. Maybe you don't know. So the APC will probably not trust Atiku to help them continue their Fulanization agenda in that regard. But as for the religious part of it, that can be 100% guaranteed because Atiku already appeals to them already. His message, his politics is pretty much linked to this terrorist, political class in northern Nigeria. All this is Zala movement. Go and ask them about the Yaradua, Kaduna Mafia, they call them. Abina Shokoto Mafia, Abina Kaduna, wherever Mafia. So they've always been that way. So if eventually comes in, right, I don't know if he's in tune with and protected what the levels of damages of a Bokwari and gang. What does he even have to probe other than to just look away like everyone else? But I don't think they trust him that much. That is why people are now saying that share the agenda of good luck Egbe Jolantan to come and do just 4 years so that Ahmed Lawan will be his deputy, his vice president. They will rig whoever they will rig. No be Atiku. No be the same man with drag INEC come court. And INEC came out and they denied that they have any server. No server. They are collecting your data, but they don't have any storage for them. When they asked them to present all the data in court, Atiku, INEC said they have no data. It's missing. And that was what the judgment of the Supreme Court. No data, no judgment. No overturning of the election. So Atiku is a regular customer. So rigging him out and rigging anyone is probably just going to be an easy ride. If he is offended, go to the Supreme Court. You go meet them there. So the plan is if Jonathan come and spend 4 years, Lawan will take over after 4 years. And this singular move is also good, just like what happened in PDP. The singular move, if it ever happened, even PDP, even APC, Egbekegbe members, the Lagos Abobakuzo, the what's they call them, all this social media ASME, Facebook bandit, and the rest of them. They are saying that if the Kaaba should by mistake give the ticket to Jonathan, they are automatically going to go and vote for Atiku. They are making the threats as we speak. Others are saying that this time around, APC should not make a mistake of giving the ticket to a Southerner. They will lose, though, because if they give it to any Southerner, even though they are APC, they will vote for Atiku. Now, that is the language that cut across not just the elites, including the entire society. That is that. So APC is now like, okay, Shemo will just do, what's the call that one? try and dare, being a dare, what they call it. So the dilemma right now is that call their bluff, bring in a northerner as the consensus candidate, yeah? Or better still, just throw the dog to the bone. I mean, so just throw the bones to the dog and give them somebody else from the south and let the north decide. And, you know, whatever that comes to. The northern political class came together and they managed to influence PDP. That PDP should give it to the Aturakin Adamawa. The Aturakin Adamawa is their next anointed what have you. So now, you as a Southerner, you are going to fight. We need to fight. We need to fight for our destiny. Abi, you are telling yourselves that. Great, so Mr. Olifidi, Evander Olifidi. Somebody said that Wike tried so well. Baba, let's give it to Wike. He tried. Look at it. He did. They know they give person second trophy. What they have stolen from you is that they have taken what rightfully belonged to you by arrangement. So that's how it should be. Oh, now you have agreed and validated that, and it's become a thing. Now that's how you're going to validate every step of it until you come back later and say, "Oh, wait, what have we done? What have you done to yourselves?" Just same way. The North, like I said, who understood power very well, they have played it out and it is in their favor. Now, you as a Southerner, right? Here you are. Where you can say you are a Nigerian because whoever become president of Nigeria doesn't really matter, does it? Of course it doesn't. And then they can, at the same time, do this for as long as they want. Abi? That's what you are telling yourselves now. And that is what you are going to swallow in the next few months when the reality finally sets in. The Southern Nigeria is just what they call their picking ground. You are just part of Nigeria just to make up the demographic expression. If you put everything on the table that is concerning Nigeria, you will realize that it doesn't really matter in anything. A country is not a fiefdom, and Nigeria is not a country, you know that. Politics affects your lives everywhere, every part of your life. Whether you are educated or you are not educated, or whether you are rich or you are poor, whether you are a believer or somebody who doesn't really have a religion and what have you. Politics affects you every part of, from the moment you are born. The policies and decisions of politicians affect your life, affect your family, affect what will happen to you and your future. And that is why if a system doesn't put that into cognizance, if a system doesn't give that a recognition enough that it guides the policy making or decision making of the policymakers, the politicians, if there's nothing like that that connects them to you, then you can't continue to claim to be a citizen of a country that only see you as a number. And that's what Nigeria sees Southern Nigeria as, with the collaboration of the greedy Southern politicians whose only interest is, what do they get paid? What would you give us? What am I going to get? Would I become a minister, a commissioner, or a this or that? Just for their own selfish whatever. It is their policies that affect your education. It is the consequences of their poor, adulterated education that breeded all of this, this number of unemployed, unemployable, young people that you have that scattered all over Nigeria today. Look at Southern Nigeria. They told you, get education, get education. In Northern Nigeria, they are not telling them to get education. They are telling them to get radical for Allah. And at the end of the day, you are right there wasting away because the system made it so, and some ragtag criminals holding the country to ransom, and they are even getting paid for it. in northern Nigeria. Today, that is policy and that is politics. So as long as southern Nigeria is continuing to be attached this way, you see, when I told you, I said that you should be in the frame, this frame of mind where you should be agreeing that Nigeria should be broken up. Breaking up of Nigeria starts from policy breakup, systemic breakup, things that make you subservient, the southern Nigeria to become a subservient to northern Nigeria through a crooked game of number. The north is more than the south. Therefore, the south is just an appendage of the north. And then every citizen of the south are politically seconded, so to say. You are second citizens, so to say. And the effect of that is this: when these rogues finally access the power, which they will do whatever they want, the effect of that is going to be on you, on me, on every one of us from every part of Nigeria. I'm from southern Nigeria, but the system they practice says, I have no say. I just have to say hi, yes, yes to everything proposed by the North, even if they are always at the detriment of my own development, my own growth, my own safety. I just have to say hi. Even if I don't say hi, if I say nay, it doesn't really matter. That is the journey where you are going to. It won't keep anybody united, Mr. Unifier, Atiku. It won't. The southern Nigeria share in the misery of what the northern political office holders and their southern counterparts, what they have brought upon us. So you as a southerner, it is ideal to campaign, to advocate for an end to this, because an end to it is practically an end to the poverty in southern Nigeria. It is an end to the insecurity in southern Nigeria. And if you ask me how is that going to be, I'll tell you. The power of those who currently represent the southern Nigeria in the current in the project Nigeria, those who are claiming to be representatives of the southern Nigeria, including Wike, the power they wield, the protection they wield, the crimes they commit, and how they get away with them, how they get shielded, all of that came from what for them being part of Project Nigeria. You can't deal with them. You can't do anything to them, except Nigeria wants to deal with them. And the system is so corrupt, right? It actually created them. So if the system created them and you do away with that system, you can't deal with them. Personally, we can deal with Tifnumbu. We can deal with all these political thugs parading themselves as distinguished men and women. We can deal with all these crooks who are parading themselves as honorable men and women. We can actually undo all these criminals who are parading themselves as excellencies and excellencies here and there. You know what I mean? We can, but we can't right now because they are protected by the rigged system called Nigeria. So if you join hands to begin the process of dismantling it, breaking it up enough that whatever happened in the north, let it be handled in the north. Whatever happened in the south, whatever happened in the southeast, let it be handled by the people of the southeast. Whatever happens in the southwest, let the people of the southwest handle that. Whatever happens in any part of Nigeria to start with, when you begin to break that, now when they cook something up there, something that is going to have an adverse effect on your life, the life of your children, the life of your family, their future, their education, your health, your finance, economy, everything that has to do with you today, consider that being done to you by Nigeria because the system allowed it. There is no safety for you. There's no protection for you. We are just vulnerable people waiting to be plucked. We are just a prey waiting to be killed. And if you don't know what that means, I'm talking about a system that has endangered our lives so much. And all of these are not happenstances. They are not coincidences. They are as a result or consequences of the actions of those who claim to be in charge of Nigeria from the north to the south. Their decisions are not in our interest, believe me. And if the north can agree that even the killings in the north doesn't really bother them, the poverty in the north doesn't really bother them, millions and millions of out-of-school children in the northern Nigeria that are now being recruited by the terrorists to commit all this terrorism in northern Nigeria. It doesn't really bother them. I have never seen them come together to call a meeting and say, we are declaring in a state of emergency on insecurity in northern Nigeria. Rather, they have come out repeatedly to defend these killers. They have come out repeatedly to defend these terrorists and saying that Nigeria should do more to help them. For Nigeria to help them, Nigeria will need to steal from another part of Nigeria to feed and manage terrorists in northern Nigeria. So, but for them to keep that power, to maintain that balance, right? They need Nigeria to be one. Because without it, how would they fund this? They need to fund this lifestyle, this jihadi north they've created, this bloody Nigeria they have created. To fund it, to maintain it, they need the South. And to decide if they should, if the South wants you to fund the terrorism, if the South wants you to fund all this, you know what I mean? At least let the South also say something. No, you can't say anything. That is the reality of Nigeria. And if you don't know how much that affects you, whatever you are going through today is the consequences of your ignorance that you don't know, or consequences of your own, complicity, being an accomplice in what is upon Nigeria today. And the example of that is this South can never speak with one voice because of what? Because they are all there. They are those who are representing the southern Nigeria, all your political criminal leaders, you call them, their heirs are continually in the anuses of all these Sahel jihadists in Babarigao. So you as a southerner, you are permutating. You are looking at Nigeria as one Nigeria, one country. I'm going to go and speak to my northern brothers. We need to preach to them. We need to go to the streets. We need to talk. You think you are smart? Do you think they don't know what's going on in Nigeria? What you don't know is that they understand the system better than you. And they actually understand it when your emotion is running riot. Guess what? Some of them, even though some get irritated, some of them actually enjoy to speak our grammar. Speak like we are so intelligent. Southern Nigeria, yeah? Like we know it all. You know, we do this, and we have to do this, we have to do that. They love it. They love to say it. But to them, where the power lies is with them. And whoever controls the military, whoever controls the defense, controls the country. If he controls the finance, if you control the central bank of that country, you control the country. That's it. Everything else is just, they are just like, extra. So they look at you, they enjoy it. And when you begin that, this your drama, we will bring Obi is going to do this and that. Don't worry. Enjoy it. Like I said last night, yeah, what will happen is that you will meet that reality soon. And that reality is to tell you that that is not the Nigeria you are picturing. That one you think you want to amend. Some of you are even telling yourselves today that, you know what, we don't even need many people to register again. Yeah, there are already 80, how many people? 81 million registered voters in Nigeria. Listen to this. To some of you from the South who think you know maths, you are intelligent, you are talking like you are in America, you are in the UK, Abi, you are in Nigeria, and very soon you will know that very, very well. And experience, they say, is the best teacher. You will be taught very soon. You are using statistics, Abi. The statistics given to you by INEC, Abi, they say 81 million of you are registered voters. Out of 81 million, they say 70% of those registered are young people between the ages of 18 and then 35, Abi, which simply means that out of 81 million people, you have more than 50 million youth who are registered voters, Abi. Usually, and then they conducted election. They said election in 2015 between Jonathan and Buhari, it was less than 28 million when they combine both, Abi. Vote for Buhari, vote for Jonathan, Abi. So in 2019, the vote between Atiku and the Buhari was also under 30 million. But you have how many? You have 80-something million registered voters. So all of them, they say, you won't go. That 81 million, what you don't know is that more than 50 million of that, as a cooked figure, they are from northern Nigeria. And they are not just numbers. They know how to use them. There is a way they use them. And that is when we have what we call the three Kardashians. KKK, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina. That is where all the millions will be coming from. Those bogus figures are the ones you want to target. People, they say, if the total number of people that voted are less than 30 million, what happened to the remaining 40 million? We have a lot of work to do. We can turn this thing around. We can beat PDP. We can beat APC. Hey, yeah. Well done. Oh, quickly, I'll make us say thank you to this person. I want to say thank you to you, Ma. Adeyinka Taiwo. I don't even know if it's a Ma or a Sir. As they talk for here, and so the message came in from you, and it's on PayPal. So I don't know what it is in dollars, but PayPal just told me that you gave Leila, my daughter, a gift of £102 and 33 pence. So thank you, Ma, or Sir. I'm sorry, I don't know, because that name, the two names sounds, I suspected that should be a woman. So if you're actually the one watching right now, so thank you. I got it. Yeah, £102 for Layla. And the message says, gift for the birth of beautiful baby Layla from YT Yinka Taiwo. I bet that's a woman. Thank you, man. So, sorry for that breaking transmission. So to say, I got another message here, but I'll just, I'll keep that for now, okay? I will talk about that later. So the bottom line is this. The lesson from this is that every time you are sitting around, playing with figure, speaking grammar, and permutating and all of that, some of you have done it before. Listen, some of you have done it before, and you did them for PDP, APC. You are pissed off now. You believe that you can turn it around. Turn it to Barack Obama change campaign. Barack Obama, 2008, change. You know what I mean? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Give us will be all of those things. Practicalize them. The reality is that now for that your polling unit, you go to see photo of a 10-year-old, 12-year-old children, kids with voters card, police standing, soldiers standing, and they will be, they will be voting. Then you, educated bros with grammar, permutation, everything figured out, you will be there struggling with your fingerprinting on the biometric distance to confirm, to verify that you are registered. As you are battling with that, then they vote for not. And like this, they look like, their voting is just like, now they call them voting. For dear, a different ball game, something like this. You can pretend that all this thing no matter. We will monitor our vote. We will follow our vote. I would love to see that. See what Michael said. Michael Oko. Maiyegun, please let those Mumu people know that Peter Obi is just a ploy to galvanize the youth to validate the 1999 Constitution. Peter Obi will fail. From the word go, people just want to test their own resolve, test their own power. I would love to see that, Michael. But it is already a failed mission from the word go. They may call us pessimists. They say we get pessimism. I'll be waiting to be the meaning of that thing again. Pessimist. We know to they believe. We gave you facts and figures. We gave you evidence of things that are going to be the reason why we will never believe in those efforts. As you know, and you are still feeling like no, they don't matter. They don't matter. They go matter now. It no matter. It no matter. It go soon matter. And when it come matter, you go come back here and say maybe you tell us that you tried. But what you would have done by then is that you would have validated the fraud for another 4 years again. And if that happens, yes, add the 4 years and another 4 to your age and see if you are not about to make a generational mistake too. But somehow, Baba, you know, if you tell Nigeria what to do, they will tell you, nobody you go tell us what we go do. Are you with me? The people who are coming or promising to come and help us, save you and all of that, they are ignoring real issue. Are you with me? They are ignoring the real reason why Nigeria is so divided this way. They are telling you to ignore them. Put on your emotional garb and believe them that they have the solution. Say, yes, I want to say, don't worry. I have the solution. Then once they get there, they will become Atiku Ojebolo Shalowo Okwenitomapo. So the lesson you have to learn from what happened right there last night, including what are still going to happen. A lot of things are going to happen. No, this one is not even the determinant. This is the one that happened now. That is giving you the pointers to where things are going. Others are going to happen too. All of you will not get shock absorber for body. You better go install them now. Or better still, disconnect yourself from all this their political space. Daily Momodu, they don't even write his name. They didn't even put up his name as a contestant. Can you imagine? So normally, all of una, one Nigerianist, we need to work and build this country and this and that. You don't build country on falsehood. You build country with the people. It is the people who build country. And that means the people who have the common goal. But you have different goals right now in Nigeria, and you know it. You are saying your own goal is legitimate. Through Atiku, some of you believe that your dream of better Nigeria is through Atiku. Now, so some millions of people, 50 million of them, believe that their dream of better Nigeria was through Bokwari and Pastor Ruga. Now they can't realize they no be doing they get to an hallucination they had then. So everybody have their own different dreams, and guess what? All of those dreams are selfish. The only one that is not selfish is the one that is collective to say, let us break it up. Why do I want to be president of Nigeria? Why do I want to be senator in Nigeria? Why should I be a rep in Nigeria to go and do what in? Why can't I just be representative in Yoruba land? Why don't you just be a senator in Igbo land? Right there, where you are discussing Igbo problem there. Why should I go to Abuja to go and meet other people because I want to discuss Nigeria problem? If I want to discuss Africa problem, we can go to the African Union. We'll go meet there. No be so. Or call it Nigeria, former Nigeria colony union, former union, whatever, give it a name, then we can meet and talk. Why don't you just be who you are to the people you are representing right there? So that we can speak Yoruba, we can speak Egba, we can speak Ijebu, you can speak Igbo right there in your assembly, so to say. If anybody miss yarn, you go give them what like proper. Or if you're there Abuja, you read them for news. You are reading about them in the news. Your senator supports third term. Your senator supports budget this and you are raging. Why are you raging? It's not your senator, it's Nigeria's senator. That is why you see all of them, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. So if you are a one Nigeria, one Nigerian, I am expecting you to know that the balance of power means the Southerners, you should be united though, and say now one person. Olodo, that one is telling me that. That's why I said that we should all unite behind Tinubu. Unite behind who? Even Tifnumbu is not uniting behind Tifnumbu. So we should stand behind Tifnumbu. Even Tifnumbu cannot stand. What I am saying is that at this point, if they are so confident and they are not backing down because they can get power, you can also tell them that they can keep the power for life. Oh, keep it forever. But guess what? We are now breaking the boundary. We are putting this boundary on to let you know that you see these parts here as a federal structure to start with. I beg your rule no reach here. Tell them you have more with yourselves, in yourselves, than with others, as they put it. So if you are a one Nigerianist, what are you going to do now? When eventually you help them validate what they are about to validate, and then the power remain in northern Nigeria, what are you going to be talking about in the next 80 years? Of course, you'll be killing yourselves, fighting yourselves, and possibly dying from that choice. So, why do you want to put yourself through that? It's okay. 24 hours, they say, is a very, very long time in politics. This one don't happen. They don't serve Wike in breakfast. Wike attacked all of his own brothers. He created factions in different PDP states in order to divide in order to divide the chances of his own fellow brothers. They couldn't come together. So at the end of the day, all of them got served, including his own brothers. They joined them to serve him the breakfast. The vote that could have made Wike your supposed a try person. Not because if you become the candidate, he's going to be their president. No, of course, no. Yeah. But at least as a way of saying southern Nigeria, southeast Nigeria, the Niger Delta of Nigeria, they have been so consistent with PDP for how many years now? For 22 years or 23 years, but they are not found worthy to lead, including in the federal character scheme. Nigeria is not one. You will soon know that better. Through all his, but when it comes to the decision time, everyone in the north, they came together to say, give it to Atiku. He's the one that we think will help us. Even if they no agree, they did deliver. So the vote that should come to your Wike, they what? They went to Atiku. The other ones that should probably be added to his as well, they stood alone independently because Wike said he could do it and all of that. And to further, confirm the division of the South, where you should never listen to these people. You should stop listening to them, projecting with them, expecting with them, because you will end up heartbroken most of the time, as always. So we've seen that Wike don't get his own breakfast. Now 24 hours or 48 hours, una go forget about him. Then we'll be looking forward to that of the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, those ones that have been struggling as well to say, you know what, it better me we just do consensus here. Before these people beat us, so you know what we're gonna do. Make all of us come together and step down. I'm talking about the Igbo Ragbiji and his own political academy and his own supposed political students who have now outgrown him and they are ready to slay and slaughter him, so to say. They couldn't get a consensus. Tifnumbu's influence couldn't make them step down. Now this whole influence has waned and dwindled, and the time is running out. So their own breakfast too was supposed to be served tomorrow. It's meant to be tomorrow, but they've shifted it to on the 6th of June. So as we move on now, we are also going to, We're going to get to their part. Others have been served across the whole place. I won't go into all of that. But later tonight, if anything pops up as usual, we will deal with it. So I want to say thank you to you for your time with me this morning, all of you. So if you did, if you actually enjoy your time here this morning, you can actually, meanwhile, hang on. I have something I want to share too. Immediately everything wrapped up where Wike's breakfast was served, all his cars and buses that they've branded for the presidency and in Abuja, they have been returned back to Rivers State now. They are on their en route if they have not arrived in Rivers State as we speak.
Jay, help us, there is God. There is God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The presidency now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? Now
No. Some said that once Wike is out of office, he can open Wike and Sons transports, Abuja to Port Harcourt, because according to them, these buses, those buses you saw there, they have more than 2,000 of them. More than 2,000 ready for the nationwide campaign. When Tambuwal, to the point that because Wike wanted to prove that he's a one Nigerianist, he went on social media. He was having a spat with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on social media. They were arguing who are the Igbos, who is Igbo, who is not Igbo, where is Igbo land, where is Biafra, and all of that. Wike just go into argument with Nnamdi Kanu. The next thing to prove that there is no Igbo in Rivers State is not a Biafra. Wike started a campaign. He saw an opportunity after the NSAS genocide of October 2020, where Wike saw the opportunity to prove to his friends in Nigeria that he is a one Nigerianist and he would never, I will show them. He went to Obigbo and he declared the curfew in Obigbo, right? People, they do protest and you turn it into IPOB issue and you went into a community that is majorly Igbo community in Rivers State, Obigbo, and he declared a curfew where people had to stay indoor for over 2 weeks. Guess what? In those 2 weeks, many people got killed inside their homes by the Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian police. That is one genocide committed, a crime against humanity committed by this Wike, just to prove to them that, listen, Nigeria will not break if I become president. He went to Sokoto and he gave Tambuwal and Sokoto State 500 million naira as a gift because of God knows what. He went everywhere. He was doling out the River State money. He was doling them out. He was giving them billions of money. Only for Atiku to beat him with 140 something. And I bet that would have been Tambuwal's votes. And just like what happened in, what happened in 2007. Yaradua. In fact, same thing happened as well in 1999. Ekweme versus Obasanjo. So when they were counting, Ekweme, Obasanjo, Ekweme, Obasanjo, Ekweme, Ekweme don the lead. This is not the arrangement. We say now Yoruba must be the candidate. Obasanjo must be the candidate. Now, so one of them just rose up. Na go day. La Bamusa, this and that, you know. Everything just changed from Kweme to Obasanjo, and I bet that's what happened last night. Immediately, Tambuwal said, well, my friends, everything turned to Atiku. So, Wike learned better yesterday. So if you are a Southerner and you are still telling yourselves or lying to yourselves that you are a Nigerian and you are waiting for one person you are deluding yourselves. Okay? If Bokwari didn't teach you any lesson, right? I don't know who is ever going to teach you any. But guess what? You'll figure it out soon. So for somebody to even still be asking me, who should we then vote for? Are you not following those who said that they don't become obedient? They don't want PDP. They don't want APC. They don't even want Showore. They don't want King Simoalu. They believe that they are third force that is going to rattle the northern Nigeria. Listen, it will rattle the northern Nigeria and then it will make Peter Obi the president of Nigeria. They are there too. So you have no excuse. So don't ask me. All I'm saying is that you will all find out later that the whole effort, it doesn't worth it. The whole wahala is a pure waste of time. Because last, when the dust is settled, you will realize that you have all played yourselves. Yes, because the gatekeepers, the owners of Nigeria, in whose playbook all of you are playing right now, the playbook of exactly what they want you to play is all you are playing now. You want an election and you don't even understand the concept of that election. So to say, you don't understand the structure, how the electoral structure that you are going to test. Some of you think you do know, Abi. You will find out soon. Now, by the time the dust settled, right, like I said, you will now realize it's a pure waste of time. But it will be too late then. Guess what? Because you would have validated. You would have validated the process. Validating the process, just like you did with Bukwari, is the reason why you would have given them the sovereignty, the authority to shoot and kill you if you decide to go against whatever they do. And that is the reality of Nigeria. Some people made that mistake 7 years ago. They repeated it again 3 years ago, so to say. You are about to make the same thing. Well, guess what? You are giving it a different name. You are giving it a different face because you believe so much in it that an election can resolve this. You have no idea. The electoral umpire, INEC, they said parties were coming to them to extend the days of primaries. And they said, according to this act, that act, it's impossible. They cannot extend the parties' conduct of their primaries and then the submission of the winners and all of that. They can't extend that. Other political parties went there, APC, all of them, they said, no, it's impossible. We can't do that. 48 hours before the APC primary elections, Bukwari and their gang, they called this Yakubu. No, we need more time. You need to extend it. And suddenly, Yakubu had to call all of the political parties. Yeah, come. You see that thing you have been asking me, okay, I'm extending it now. He's extending it based on the directive of his employer, Bukwari. So that is the person that is going to conduct your election, okay? Good luck with that. But for now, if you want to understand the unity that only exists in Nigeria, it is the unity of the northern political elite to keep Nigeria poor, to keep Nigerians wretched, and to keep us so insecure as long as their own bank account, their nest are filled and the rest of that. And you are helping them. That's what you're doing. You are helping them to do that. So when the whole thing comes, when the whole ceiling comes crashing, please do not scream, help, help, as if to say you don't know what you have done. Before you do it, I think you should think about it. So the whole charade, the whole thing is a charade, so to say. Okay? And that is why many of us feel like if all of you feel so good that you want something done, what stops you from demanding for that fix to start from the base? You all want to fix Nigeria from the top, ignoring the base. So when what you are doing in the top, at the top, when that fails, then you will now blame it on the base. Abi, don't worry. Take your time. I am going to leave you with this, and then I will be back later. If you are just joining, please take your time to listen to my rants. I actually had so much of that on this program. Call it rants, but in it, there are some very, very useful information that will help you to know that, it is election fever. The momentum is rising and the rest of that. You can stop it. You can end it. Their playbook is what you are listening to. But who am I to tell you what to do? I'm also going to keep reminding you, whatever you eventually do, whatever you eventually agree to, just don't forget, there are consequences. And as they say, elections have consequences. If Bukwari never taught you anything, I don't think there's anything else that will. Good morning.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bíjó ìgbádùn yẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì í o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.